Hi everyone. In my last video in this series, so Tuesday last week, I took you through my attempt at retelling the storyline of the Bible. I hope you found that helpful, but I was just going to kind of backtrack a bit, so in some way these two are ran the wrong way, and talk about why it's important that we know the storyline at all. Because typically when you're reading a book, you start at the beginning and you read your way through to the end. We wouldn't start reading in the middle of a book. And yet that's exactly what we'd normally recommend people do with the Bible, that they instead start reading in the middle of the book, that they don't start at the beginning and work their way all the way through. Instead we say, well, why not start with one of the Gospels, which is about 3/4 of the way through. So the Bible is so different to other books that it can be very helpful to know what the storyline is. Think about it like this. You're out, you're lost, but you've got a map with you. The map is useless until you know where you are. As soon as you know where you are, you can find a local person who can say, oh, we're there. Well, then you can use the map to find your way. Now, this analogy breaks down in the modern world because our smartphones, like the one I'm recording this on, are generally able to show us where we are on the map, and so we rarely need help. But if you don't have that and you just have a map, it can be hard to know where you're going. It's the same when we're reading the Bible. When we read it and we need some context, we read whatever it might be that we've opened it to, it's difficult to know exactly where we are and where we're going if we don't know where this fits in with the whole story. Which again, easy to say, how does that work? How do you then start to figure out where what you're reading fits in the storyline? So you can watch that last video that we did, it kind of take you through somewhat dramatically all of the storyline. But how do I know? So I flick the Bible open to Lamentations. How do I know where this is in the storyline? Well, in this example, this is written by Jeremiah. They're in the exile. This is towards the end of the Old Testament. I know that because I know it. How do you know that? Well, one of the things that you can do is read lots of the Bible quickly. As much as you can, as fast as you can. And you'll find that the more of it you're able to read in chunks, the more of the big picture you'll get. You'll miss the details, but you've got a whole life and then beyond to keep reading this book. You don't need to get all the details first. Get the big picture. Start to figure out how it all fits together. Where does what you're reading fit into the whole? How does it all connect together? And as you start to read quickly and piece things together, you'll begin to get context, and that will help you join up all the dots. And there are two little books that can also be really, really helpful if you're thinking about having a look at one of those. We'll put the links to them in the comments on each of our social channels. Or particularly, we'll make sure we do it on Facebook. We'll try and do everything else, but check out on Facebook if we've forgotten to do the others. But particularly, The Bible in 100 Pages by Phil Moore. Very good little book at just telling the story. And God's Big Picture by Vaughan Roberts. Also very helpful at showing you what the whole storyline is. If you're starting out to read your Bible, we've been in lockdown a few weeks, you're reading some stuff, but you're just not sure how it all fits together, so helpful. Really, really recommend that you check those out.